You think the only reason they give Aaron Baines just this, give him a shot out of the freak accident that happened, because he has a good relationship with the organization? That way, would it be kind of a showcase for him if they don't keep him?
I thought about that too, because this is the best situation for him. He had great success with Stevens in the Celtics, and then obviously the relationship he's had with Udoka in San Antonio. I think they've won a championship together back when he was over there. So there's definitely those connections. A lot of people said the same thing about Al Horford. Is Al Horford worth bringing back? First round pick, large contract, and look what he did. He was one of our best players in the playoffs, and really great defender down the stretch for the Celtics. Really all season. And I think he's going to be like 37 this year. I think Al Horford, and Aaron Baines I think is going to be 35. I don't know. I think the Celtics were looking at him during that workout he held in Vegas before the Summer League the other day.
He looked good.
I think it's worth it. Yeah, he really did. I think if he's 100, if you can evaluate him to be closer to 100% than not, I think it's worth giving a shot. He is that bruiser, just down low guy, and he can hit threes from the center position, which I think in today's NBA is valuable. And the Celtics don't have a guy who can do that right now from the center spot. So I think it's worth a shot, but is it worth a shot or giving the roster spot to him over Trevion Williams? I wouldn't do that.
I completely agree. Yeah, because you don't know if they're going to keep him to actually play him, or if he's going to be Udonis Haslem.
Right. And then, no need to carry a guy if you're not going to use him. I think that's the thing with Brad Stevens now. If he's going to be on our team, then, or any player is going to be on the team, then he has to have a role. And if not, then, we're not going to have you.
Yeah, so off the Summer League team, who are you liking so far? I know Matt Ryan last year, the man who worked the graveyard shifts at a cemetery or whatever it was, and he, kept up his game before he got an opportunity. Then there's the Frenchman, Juhan Begarin, or
There it is.
What is it? How do you say it?
Yeah, I butchered it earlier. I think it's Juan Begarin with a very, very strong French accent that I can't do.
Nor can I. And then there's a few other guys who are hangovers from last year's roster, and then Jordan Bone, who's been on the Orlando Magic, and then I can't say the guy's name, but Kabengele, who's played for the Clippers and the Cavaliers. He's on the team. I think he was a first-round pick. Yeah,
27th overall in 2019, I think.
Yeah, less than 4 years ago at most.
Somewhat recently.
Yeah, and out of there, if it's not Trevion Williams, and we know J.D. Davison and Sam Hauser are on the roster, is there anyone else you think that has caught your eye? Or is the Frenchman coming?
Yeah, it's really just those three guys that, we just talked about. Trevion Williams, Begarin, the Frenchman, Matt Ryan, and Mafiondu Kabengele. Kabengele, yeah, I think that's his, I'm butchering these. I think that's how it
terrible.
is.
I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I apologize as well. But Kabengele has averaged over 18 points in the G League the last 2 years, and was actually just on the Grand Valley, whatever, the team, the G League team that just won the championship. He's a G League champion. He was a big part in that team. I really like what he brings, man. He's big. He can shoot threes. He can defend. He can play above the rim. J.D. Davidson was throwing him lobs above the rim like it was Rob, and it was pretty great to see. Blue collar, I just think he's earned his shot. 2 years in the G League, I just think he's earned it. I actually wrote an article about it saying he can be a stud for the Celtics. Not many people agreed with me, but there's not many people not talking about the guy. So I think he's putting his name out there and doing a good job of showcasing himself in the Summer League. Whether it's with the Celtics, or I hope it's with the Celtics, but maybe with another squad. I think he's NBA ready. Begarin, he's NBA size, still a little raw, but he's improved so much since last year when they had him in summer league. And Matt Ryan, I just think he's a big body who can hit threes. Just it looks like over anybody. His stroke when he's on, and he's a quick to get hot guy, and then he'll hit 3 or 4 like nothing. I just think that qualities like that hold value on the Celtics, and we'll see what happens. I just don't think there's 3 other better candidates that the Celtics could give these spots to at the end of their bench than who they have right now.
So basically, after Sam Hauser, JD Davison, from what you're saying, it seems like bring back Matt Ryan, put maybe Trevion Williams on a 2-way contract unless they really want to put him on a roster spot, and maybe bring Mfiondu onto the roster spot, I guess, and then figure out I guess there'd be one more spot, and then you figure out if you want to bring somebody else on or Trevion Williams and then put somebody else on the 2-way.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would bring Trevion Williams, Matt Ryan, and Mfiondu onto the roster and put Bagarin on the 2-way with Davidson. I guess it depends on how much they actually value Matt Ryan over me, what I think of Matt Ryan, because I guess they got essentially Matt Ryan in Gallinari, a guy who can come in and shoot off the bench. But there might be value in having him on another 2-way, so maybe there's that.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought when Bagarin was drafted, he was more of a point guard, but it seems like he's filled out to be more of like a forward. He's like 6'4" and 215, I think, and looks to be more of a forward. I don't know if point guards are going to make out so well on the Celtics. There's just so many. I think Peyton Pritchard we're going to see become more of a 2, which we enjoy when he shoots. He's a sniper.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be more of his role. So I'm glad to see that Bagarin is more of a forward, and maybe he always was. I thought he was drafted as a guard, but I'm glad to see him get more. I think he has more of a chance from the wing position than say a point guard position to